We've all heard a lot about Kyoto of late, about global warming, about climate change, and about greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases being carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and various other gases that some people believe may lead to higher global temperatures if they continue to be released at higher rates into the air. Now, how does that translate to what we do on farms and on ranches? One of the things that we're exploring is looking for ways of storing more of the atmospheric CO2 in soil as organic matter, as humus. The CO2 that is in the air now can, of course, be drawn down by plants, by green plants, who convert it via photosynthesis into various plant materials, into leaves, into stems, into roots, which, when they fall to the soil, become organic matter, which is stored for some time, though slowly decomposed back to CO2 by organisms living in the soil. Now, if we want to build the amount of soil carbon, we can do that in a number of ways. We can reduce the rate at which the organic matter in the soil decomposes by following practices like reduced tillage or no tillage, or at least as importantly, we can find ways of adding more plant material to the soil. And we can do that by, for example, increasing our crop yields, by applying nutrients, by adopting faster growing crop species, by adopting perennial crops which tend to grow for longer periods of time and put a lot more carbon below ground, by many of these other practices, all of which trap carbon, put it below ground. And of course, if we store an additional ton of carbon in the soil, that means one less ton in the air above that soil. How effective are these practices? We're learning, I think, that we can store to some extent some of the increased atmospheric CO2, but many of these practices that we're looking at have benefits well beyond simply reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Yes, they are somewhat effective in reducing greenhouse gas emissions, especially CO2, but they also have implications for preserving the quality of our lands, preserving the productivity of our lands beyond just this generation and to the generations that follow.